The farmers' protest in Madhya Pradesh reaches its 13th day and the state has witnessed at least 2 more farmer suicides in the last 24 hours. But what is grabbing headlines and attention instead is the footage of political grandstanding hijacking the farmers' protest.
These farmers, who've been agitating for the past 12 days now, and they've been demanding that they wanted written assurances. So all this is also expected. But at the same time, this continues to be a big political issue, with political parties forming a beeline, trying to ensure that the issue does not end, that the issue does not cool down.
Politicians caught on tape inciting mobs to violence. Netas brazenly asking mobs to burn vehicles, police stations and markets. In fact, Netas have not stopped short at fiery speeches exhorting violence. Congress MLA Shakunthla Kaushik went a step ahead and in this video is seen actually thrashing a police officer. Irresponsible statements from elected representatives of people inciting violence at a time when the state is burning, all to garner political brownie points. Mirror now asks, are vote-hungry politicians hijacking the farmers' protests, and will their party act against them? Mirror now report.
Well, the farmers' protest in Madhya Pradesh has reached its 13th day and the state has witnessed at least 2 more farmer suicides since this all began. But what's happening now is a shameless political circus. There are various political parties getting involved. No one is taking responsibility. And we're now receiving videos. 4 videos have emerged in 4 days of politicians inciting violence. Are politicians taking advantage of what's happening with farmers? Are they muddying the waters of the argument that the farmers should get justice? And now that we've seen these videos, what do we make of the protest? Is it political? Is it vendetta? Or are these farmers who actually deserve our help? That's the question we're asking this evening. Our phone lines are open. Joining me on the show will be Sanjay Jha, National Spokesperson of the Congress Party, Gopal Agarwal of the BJP, Yogesh Pandey of the Shetkari Sanghthan, Vikram Singh, former DGP, Uday Sahay, former IPS officer, Chandrashekhar is a commodity guru, and also we will have Deepak Tiwari, senior journalist of the week, who joins us from Madhya Pradesh for that point of view. Gopal Agarwal, 4 videos in 4 days emerging, showing us that there are politicians who are riling up protesters in Madhya Pradesh. Is it muddying the waters of the argument that we're seeing?
Definitely, when we have ourselves said, the Chief Minister has ourselves said that I am ready to listen to every farmers. I will take care of all the problems. He already, when the agitation started on 1st June, by 4th June, he had called the representative of the farmers. Majority of the demand, basically 4 main demands of the farmers, were accepted by Shivraj Singh ji, and they were with regard to 3 were with regard to increase in MSP in onion, then pulses, and then oil seeds. Those were already have been implemented across 22 districts. 48 centers have been set up by the Madhya Pradesh government to procure onion and other food items. Second major demand was to give the 50% in cash. That has also been accepted. And other thing, loan waiver, interest on loan waiver has already been taken place. So I think otherwise also, if you see how much the government has done for the Madhya Pradesh farmers, that has been exemplary. UPA itself has given during their reign awards to Madhya Pradesh for best performing state in the agriculture sector. So I don't think there are issues where other political parties should get into and muddle the whole issue. When the problems of farmers are there, we are accepting those farmers. We are trying to do everything at the center and state. We ourselves are listening, whether it is Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, several of the problems with regard to infrastructures, Pradhan Mantri Krishi, Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So I can tell us scores and scores of things that the government is doing. Even if we don't say that all problems of farmers have been eradicated, we are only 3 years in the central government.
Okay, let me bring in Deepak Tiwari right now.
Years. They should have taken care if they had taken care.
All right, Deepak Tiwari is still miking up, I understand, and I want to bring in Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, straight question. 4 videos over 4 days, emerging of members of the Congress party, riling up protesters, and this is one video of Shakunthla Kaushik actually assaulting a police officer. We can see... All right, I'm told Sanjay Jha can't hear me either. I'm going to ask our audio person to perhaps get that fixed as well. I apologize to our viewers for that. Mr. Chandrashekhar, this is turning into a political circus, isn't it?
Let me put it this way. We've been watching these protests in 4 or 5 different states over the last few days and probably a few weeks. My very strong opinion is, relatively speaking, farmers' protests in Madhya Pradesh have much less justification than protests in other states like Maharashtra and Karnataka and even Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
Agriculture in Madhya Pradesh is doing rather well, much better than most states of India. Average growth rate of agriculture in the last 3 or 4 years has been about 14% on an annual average basis. I think the government has done a reasonably good job of road connectivity, of electricity, of expanding irrigation, giving loans at nearly zero interest rate, etc. Therefore, I think the farmers certainly are much better off in Madhya Pradesh than in other states. That's the first proposition. At the same time, because we've had good monsoon, the farmers did good agronomic practices. Please, I think there is a huge rebound in production in Madhya Pradesh, and that is what is impacting prices, because prices have fallen very sharply. Soybean prices are testing the minimum support price. Chana prices have fallen in the last 6 months from something like 11,000 rupees to about 5,000 rupees, although the minimum support price is 4,000 per quintal. Current market price is 5,000, well above the minimum support price. Yet farmers feel disappointed because at the time of planting the price was 11,000 rupees. And therefore there is some grievance amongst farmers, there is no doubt at all. But I think this kind of protest, violent protest, is something I think the government will have to put down very, very strongly. I don't enjoy seeing this, but protests have to be peaceful. You need to pressurize the government, but not indulge in violence.
You know, I want to bring in Vikram Singh and Uday Sahay. Gentlemen, the reason why I asked you to join us on this panel is because the Madhya Pradesh police have received a tremendous amount of criticism in their handling of this particular protest. The fact that, farmers have been fired upon, 6 of them have died. But now when we see these clips that are emerging of Shakunthla Kaushik actually assaulting a policeman, there are videos now, of these Congress MLAs saying things like burn the police station, set fire to any vehicle that you see on the road, don't worry about the police. It goes on. There's one person who has said burn the entire market if the market opens. Vikram Singh, how would you have reacted to this sort of riling up? And what is your reaction to the video that we're seeing right now of that police officer being assaulted?
Faye, to your first question, I feel that it is a very orchestrated attempt to provoke the police into resorting to repulsing the crowds in a disproportionate manner. And the way they are going about provoking the police, we hold the public representatives and lady MLAs in the highest esteem. And we hold them also to teach us what temperate speech is like, what is right conduct and behavior. But fishing in troubled waters obviously is beset with a target, and the target is to provoke the police into use disproportionate force so that you have more violence, more tragedy, tourism to follow up. Now, if I were in the police, I would first register cases under very appropriate sections 186 of the IPC, 354, 332, as also 7 Criminal Law Amendment Act. The evidence on tape is such, on the reel is such, that I would request the Chief Justice to go in for a fast-track courts, ensure the conviction of at least 3 politicians, so that they are out of politics, because people who speak in this fashion are just not the right material of politicians which India needs today. And therefore, the police is the bounden duty to ensure that they are out of politics if they are convicted. One, two, yes, exemplary restraint is a must, but in the face of such grave and sudden provocation, appropriate action with the use of Mahila constables, Mahila police force, and appropriate, as they say in the actual investigation, hangamae giriftari mein munasib chot, appropriate use of force is done so that it is neither excessive, it is optimum, and it is just appropriate for resolving a crisis. The police will have to use absolute discretion, discretion being the better part of valor, not to use excessive force, because exactly what the politicians would want the police to fall into such a trap, and then they will pounce upon them for being followers of General Dyer and you know what.
Yes, I want to bring in Deepak Tiwari before Mr. Uday Sahay comes in. Deepak Tiwari is the State Head of The Week, the magazine. He's a very senior journalist. Mr. Tiwari, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time. Help us understand. You've been tracking Madhya Pradesh, from what I understand, from decades right now. Help us understand what's going on the ground, because you have your ear closest to the ground. Is this politically motivated, or are the protests still purely what the farmers want?
Initially, for first 1 week, it was not at all politically motivated. As you're one of the panelists, he said that Madhya Pradesh has a growth rate of 14.6% per annum, and which constitutes more than 30% of agriculture. Madhya Pradesh has got 5 Krishi Karman awards in a consecutive row for 5 times. Yet 18,000 farmers, they committed suicide during last 13 years. Madhya Pradesh per capita income is behind Chhattisgarh, is behind Odisha, so there is great disconnect. One thing. Secondly, after the police firing in Mandsaur, till Mandsaur, this farmer protest, this was suo motu. Farmers, they were really aggrieved, and especially the recent problems in Madhya Pradesh are not because of farm loans or something else. Mostly it is the demonetization, it's the impact of demonetization which is now being felt at the grassroots. Farmers, they go to mandis, they want to sell their produce, they get a check in return, and I have seen, because I have visited Mandsaur, I have been there two days back, checks are kept in bank for 20 days. One of the farmer who died, Poonam Chand, he got a check of some 10,800 rupees, and that check was lying in bank for 20 days without any reason. Every day he used to go to bank asking, mera paisa aaya, nahi aaya, and bank said nothing. So finally that day he participated in the protest. So initially it was there, and now Congress, they got a valid point to be with farmers, and especially the violence. And we are seeing the way Congress MLAs, Congress leaders, now they have jumped into that this entire protest, because Congress was feeling bit neglected in this state. They were not getting proper some issue to attack this government after Vyapam, so they got the issue. So now they are into it. But the grievances of farmers in Madhya Pradesh, they are very valid, and in this entire drama, those grievances, they should not be lost. I at least feel, because I have been in this state for last 19 years, and I see that farmers, the way they are portrayed outside Madhya Pradesh, they are not like that. They are really distressed in Madhya Pradesh. All right.
Let me I understand now that we have Sanjay Jha on the show. Sanjay Jha, we've established so far 4 videos emerging over 4 days. Congress representatives, an MLA in one case, actually saying things like, we will burn down the market, burn down the police station. One video of a Congress MLA actually physically assaulting a police officer, saying things like, burn down any vehicle you see on the road. Vikram Singh tells us very clearly these people should be arrested. Why has the party not taken action against these people? Why is it that you are allowing, why is the party allowing people to make political mileage and make things worse in obviously a situation that is of grave concern?
Am I having by 2 minutes of uninterrupted time?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Faye, let me tell you first and foremost, and I will answer your question. Let us recognize one reality, ground reality. The farmer protest in Madhya Pradesh, in Maharashtra, in different parts of India, including Tamil Nadu, is a genuine farmer uprising against the kind of atrocities they have faced from Mr. Modi's government. Now, yes, I mean, for the question that you have raised, if anybody from the Congress party has done anything unlawful, whether it's an instigation towards, any kind of violence, etc., let the law, investigate whatever is the truth, and if facts are established, they will face the consequences. But there is one aspect that we need to really kind of state up front. The Bharatiya Janata Party is using every trick in the book to divert from the main issue, which is why are the farmers unhappy? I mean, are they now going to say that the 40,000 farmers who have committed suicide over the last 3 years since the 56-inch ki chhati became the prime minister, is that a political conspiracy, for heaven's sake? I mean, let's look at a couple of statements that the Madhya Pradesh government has made. Look at the reality. Kailash Vijay Varghese, a senior BJP leader, says, ये तो मध्य प्रदेश में ये तो छोटा मोटा issue है. This is the priority being given by the BJP. You have the Home Minister who actually wanted to deny that there was a police attack on the farmers until the videotape surfaced that established otherwise. You have the Home Minister who today makes a statement that farmer suicides may be an account of marital disputes. Now, I believe, and this is the responsibility of the opposition, that if you have such an apathetic government in the center.
All right, we seem to have lost Sanjay Jha, but I also want to bring in the other guests who haven't spoken so far. Uday Sahay, do you believe, and Sanjay Jha saying that the law should investigate and take its course, that if this is really illegal, the Congress party should take action against its members. At least it should show that it doesn't want to politicize this issue. And the Congress, they're saying, giving us the same statement, saying until the videotape surfaced, they kept denying everything, which is also what the Congress is doing in this case. Uday Sahay, do you believe that the law has been broken by these 4 people in these videos who are inciting violence?
Well, there's nothing for me to believe, because the videos which are, taking rounds in social media and other places, one can make out very clearly that politicians in opposition in Madhya Pradesh are trying to fish in the troubled water. Whether the water is right or wrong is a political question. I'm not going to comment on that, but it is very evident that they have done so, clearly and grossly, and therefore attracting the legal provision is something which anybody would prescribe. And so far as administrative action to be taken by the political party in Madhya Pradesh is concerned, I mean, naturally they should have a mechanism if they mean what they are saying. But in any case, what surprises me that it is a high time that even the state government should take tough stand, at least against the politicians who have shown clearly on ground that they do not respect law.
Arrested Vikram Singh, I saw your hand go up. Do you believe that these people, Shakunthla, Dilip Mishra, Sachin Yadav, should be arrested?
Absolutely, with a capital Y, yes, they should be arrested. And I would draw your attention to the fact in 1942, in the Quit India movement, when the police station Chauri Chaura was burnt in district Gorakhpur, Mahatma Gandhi called off the Quit India movement because of the fact that the public, the agitated mob, had set the police station on fire. If that be a role model, if that be an iconic incident, the least you can do is to subscribe to the rule of law, and nobody is above law, neither you nor I nor Congress leaders.
Right. I want to bring in right now Yogesh Pandey of the Shetkari Sanghthan. Yogesh Pandey, when politicians get involved, it's no longer about the farmers. Why are farmers allowing these politicians to rile them up? Because now anybody watching this story is going to believe that there is no problem at all, that this is entirely political.
No, first of all the political parties must immediately stop mud signaling. They are just throwing muds at each other and cursing this farmers' agitation. This agitation, after a long time, farmers are on the street. And about when you are speaking about the incident in the Madhya Pradesh, 7 farmers were brutally murdered. They were unarmed farmers, and point blank fires were shot at them. Our Honorable President Mr. Raju Shetty went there, and he himself he visited the house of family, and the things which we are talking is totally incorrect. The farmers were killed by policemen. and all the political parties want to become a messiah. It's a very sad state that the parties which are in opposition want to become messiah of the farmers. When it was the BJP also did the same thing. Now it was the Andolan in the Delhi or in the other places in Maharashtra for 4-5 years back. BJP also used to agitate. So we request, why can't we all come together and have a holistic approach? Or should we come together and look at the farmers' problem? Farmers are dying, and these people are shouting here, making noise, throwing ball game at each other. This is incorrect, unacceptable. Now people are tired of all of these people. Late Rajiv Gandhi had categorically mentioned that the 1 rupee spent by center, when it reaches at the end, only 15 paisa reach. Entire system is corrupted, and we all are responsible for this. For the years, we have accepted these people, this system, and now things has to be changed. Otherwise, farmers will be on the street. And not only farmer, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Even Jawans of this nation are the sons of farmer. They will also come on the street.
That's a good point. And I just want, I want an eye to eye right now. I'm going to pull aside two members of our panel, Sanjay Jha and Gopal Agarwal, representing the Congress and the BJP. Will go eye to eye, Gopal Agarwal and Sanjay Jha, on these points. Point number one, senior journalist Deepak Tiwari pointing out the fact that it was demonetization, Gopal Agarwal, that has caused distress among farmers. Point number two, Sanjay Jha, why has the party not taken action against Shakunthla Kaushik, Dilip Mishra and Sachin Yadav, because we have on video the fact that they have incited violence and that is clearly against the law. You should show that you rise above this sort of thing. Point number three, why are both parties at this point not taking responsibility for what's happening with the farmers? You're eye to eye, there are only the two of you having this conversation. Gopal Agarwal, has demonetization caused distress to farmers?
The demonetization had a short-term pain that was accepted, and whatever it was, the farmers' demand was that after demonetization, our government wanted to move towards digital economy, and they wanted the direct benefit transfers, direct transfers of MSP prices to the bank account of the farmers, so that they are not harassed by the intermediaries, or there are no leakages in the system. That's why we tried to transfer those accounts. But when on 4th June the farmers demanded that at least 50% of our MSP price cost should be given to us in cash, the government has accepted. We don't want to force digitization of farmers. That's the only issue left for demonetization. Other issues have already been taken care of after 1st January. The second thing is, whatever the Congress is doing is not helping the cause of the farmers. It is taking the focus away from the farmers. It is putting the Congress MLAs who are taking the law in their hand in front of the people, and the amount of violence that has been unleashed in the Madhya Pradesh, in Mandsaur, burning 200 vehicles, burning police stations, burning, terrorizing people on the roads, in the cars, vandalizing property.
Right. Sanjay Jha, that's a fair question. That's a fair question.
These activities are not done by the farmers, it is by Congress people, and therefore FIR has been lodged proper.
Are we debating it question by question?
Okay.
The judicial inquiry has been set.
Judicial inquiry has been set. Sanjay Jha, I have a very simple question for you. If the Congress party up till now was arguing that this is not politically motivated, these are really farmers on the ground, why do you allow members of your party to behave in the manner that they're behaving, which is now obvious on national television? It is muddying the waters for the farmers. It's muddying the waters for the opposition. This is no way for any opposition to behave, and you're just making hay when the sun shines. You're taking advantage of a difficult situation. A very bad example to be setting. The party should have pulled these people off the ground and dismissed them immediately. Why has that action not been taken?
You know, Faye, I mean, what are we talking about? Let's not compare oranges and apples here. You have a state government, of Shivraj Singh Chauhan that in cold blood shoots farmers to death. The Home Minister comes and tells the people of India, this was done by anti-social elements. 48 hours later, when a video establishes that the police took this decision on their own, they suddenly do a U-turn.
You're not answering my question.
What kind of a government do you have? You have Bhupendra Singh, the Home Minister of the country,
You're not
who is
answering my question.
in absolutely pure broad daylight lying to the people of India. He
Sanjay
actually
Jha,
accused
all of
some
those points
vague anti-social
have been
elements.
brought up
This is
and
the
have
kind of
been
political
discussed at length on
responsibility
this
towards the
channel.
farming community.
You're not answering the
What are we
question that
talking
I
about?
asked you. I accept all of those points. You've been here. We've discussed those points at length on this channel. My question is about what's emerging now. These 4 videos where we see members of the Congress party, either they're not members, in which case tell us they've already been expelled. Members of the Congress party who are beating policemen, who are who are telling people to burn police stations, to burn cars on the road, to burn down markets. Why have these people not been expelled? What gain does the Congress party hope to gain from putting these people on the ground, from not taking them off the ground, from telling them to stop or expelling them from the party? None of these things have been done, and why not? That's my question, Sanjay Jha.
Faye, let me answer this with full responsibility. I came late on your program. I have not seen all the 4 videos, although I remember seeing 2 videos that surfaced day before yesterday. And I said it at the beginning of your program, and I'm saying it with full authority. If anybody from the Congress party has indulged in any act of provocation or participation which has led to violence or attacks, there is a government machinery. Hopefully there is one in Madhya Pradesh. I don't know. I personally feel is non-existent, but hopefully they will function and find the guilty. And because you can't really, have a media trial and say this one is guilty or this one is not, because let me tell you, there's a video out there in social media that I don't know whether you have played it or not, where a senior BJP leader called Dharamveer Chauhan is shown giving cane sticks to a whole lot of people in Indore on June 7th and told, go and attack. Now that is a BJP leader out there. So, end of day, this is not about a video war. I think we are missing the woods for the trees here.
We're not missing the woods for the trees, Sanjay Jha.
I'm repeating it again.
We miss the woods for the trees if the political parties get involved, which is what we're
this is a party which indulges in fake news, post-truth and doctored videos. And I'm not going to respond to any video.
I want to bring back Deepak Tiwari. I want to bring back Deepak Tiwari, State Head of the Week in Bhopal,
to create all kinds of insinuations. I'm not going to believe any of it.
This is my problem, Sanjay Jha. While you turn around and say that I hope that Madhya Pradesh has a law and order system to take things into account, I still don't understand. If there are videos playing on our channel right now, available all over the internet, and we'll send you a copy officially if you want. Why is it the Congress party is not taking accountability? Nobody is stopping you from turning around and saying, yes, we acknowledge this is a problem. We are expelling these people. We're taking action against them. We're bringing some sort of disciplinary action against these people. Deepak Tiwari.
Faye, listen, give me a chance to respond to you for the 3rd time on the same issue. I'm saying it's a grave issue if anybody from the party has indulged in anything of this illegal or immoral or unlawful kind of an act. I'm saying it for the 4th time. And as a responsible spokesperson for the party, I think you should understand that the consequences of it being established to be serious on the people. The party can only do so much. But the law must take its appropriate steps.
I don't understand. When you're saying the party can only do so much, can you not expel these people from your party if you actually believe that this is the wrong thing? Let me bring in Deepak Tiwari. Deepak Tiwari, I have this question for you. At the end of the day, nobody is willing to take responsibility. We have a party here that's saying that the law will take its course, and if the law wants to take its course, then someone will be found guilty, and then so on and so forth. But the truth is that political parties must be responsible for their people on the ground. They cannot turn around and throw up their hands and say, we're not responsible. There's only so much we can do.
Whose response are you seeking?
Deepak Tiwari.
Yes, certainly. Yes. And as I said earlier, after the police firing, till police firing, the entire movement was in the hands of farmers organization, the 62 farmers organization who were coordinating on the ground. After the firing, Congress party jumped in. Congress party jumped in, and Congress party said that we are expressing solidarity for farmers. And while they were expressing solidarity, they started themselves leading the farmers organizations, and these videos which have surfaced, they are right. And State Congress President Arun Yadav, after this some of these videos they came out, he said that they will institute an inquiry and they will take action. But they haven't taken any action. Instead, his brother, who is MLA from Kasrawat Khargon, he himself is seen provocating crowds. And interestingly, his father, Sachin Yadav's father, the present PCC chief's father, he was one of the tallest farmer leader of Madhya Pradesh. And so these people, they are feeling neglected, and they got a chance, but they got a chance, and now they are doing it in a manner that they themselves, they have been cornered. And now BJP has shifted entire focus on Congress party, that look, Congress party is doing this. So the farmers issue, the farmers grievances, they have now taken backside. Like Jyotiraditya Scindia, he was there yesterday. And BJP is also here also, you must understand that Shivraj Singh is considered to be a leader of farmers. He's very pro-poor chief minister, and he thought that he is losing face. And Congress wanted to use this as an opportunity. So the entire fight is now between Congress and BJP, particularly in Madhya Pradesh. And now Congress has given call for Bandh in Madhya Pradesh. So, but all this violence, I think to some extent, Congress leaders are responsible post-firing, post-police firing, not before that.
Sanjay Jha, respond to that now. And this is Deepak Tiwari, the state head of The Week, the magazine, who joins us from Bhopal. He says very clearly that the Congress is muddying the waters, that it is responsible for riling people up, and it has taken zero action against its own people on the ground.
Well, Faye, let me tell you, I've been in politics long enough to know this much, that when you have an apathetic government which is indifferent, totally disinterested in farmer issues, which is evident. I mean, you have a government which actually wanted to deny that it shot farmers. By the way, they have not even filed an FIR against the police. I mean, that is the bigger issue that we should be talking about. That the police who killed the farmers have no FIRs against them by the government. The Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh today denied it. He said, no, there will be no FIR against them. I mean, this is the kind of cold, calculated, and in my opinion, an extremely insensitive government of Madhya Pradesh. I think for the Congress party to fight for the farmers, that is our legitimate role as an opposition party. I'm adding to it. However,
things on fire, Sanjay Jha, let's get real for a minute. Sanjay Jha, let's get real for a moment. When you say you're going to fight for the farmers, is this how you fight for the farmers? By telling them to set things on fire, by inciting them to arson, by inciting them to assault? Is this how you fight for the farmers? Is this the country that we are from? Is this the country of non-violence? Is this the country of the Indian National Congress, the history that you keep talking about? We're a country of non-violence. You're telling me that this is what you go out and do, that you tell people to burn trucks on the road, you tell people to burn markets, you tell people to burn police stations, to assault policemen. This is how you fight for the farmers? You've got to be joking, Sanjay Jha.
Faye.
And if you're telling me that this is not how you fight for farmers, remove these people from your party immediately. Faye,
be generous enough to listen to me for 30 seconds.
I've been listening to you since you came on. You keep blaming the BJP, Sanjay Jha. Take accountability.
If these people are guilty, and the party tomorrow suspends them, I don't think that is still final justice. If they are guilty, they should be in jail or they should be arrested, which is the role of the state government. That's exactly the point I'm making since the beginning. There are two aspects to it. My party internal inquiry is far less significant than the law of the land punishing them if they have done something wrong.
So, but that
I mean, for God's sake, I'm not trying to take a partisan standpoint. The party has always said it. Amit Shah is the one who called Mahatma Gandhi Chatur Baniya. This is the kind of an immoral, unethical, and in my opinion, unprincipled
let me ask
party.
this question. No, don't distract from the problem. Vikram Singh.
But the Congress party will stick.
Okay. Here's the thing. Vikram Singh, if the Congress party is truly serious about justice, can they not approach the police themselves and say, please look into this, investigate and tell us who's wrong and who's right? Why are they waiting for the state
very
government?
Clearly, Mr. Sanjay Jha is such an eminent senior politician and a lawyer. He should know justice must not only be done, but must seem to be done. I must distance myself from those who seem to be transgressing the rule of law and propriety, and an internal inquiry on a day-to-day basis is an imperative and no longer an option, just to show that you are on the right side of law. So we learn from law from you, we learn propriety from you, we hold you as iconic. How can you be seemingly be standing by the side of those who are provoking people to violence, to burn police stations, police officers? Sir, the police and the police stations belong to you, belong to me, belong to the nation. They are not public property of any outfit or a political party.
Sure.
And also my question to Uday Sahay is this. Uday Sahay,
I completely agree with you,
the policemen who fired on the farmers, should action be taken against them? Were they just following orders? What sort of inquiry should be conducted in that case, Uday Sahay?
Madam, my feeling is that where is the scope for a debate on this? Sanjay Jha, Mr. Sanjay Jha sitting here, he may be a lawyer, all right, but primarily he is a politician representing a political party. He will take a stand. That he is taking is understandable, but there is no reason for the state also to keep quiet and wait for some wisdom to prevail in taking action. If these three guys have been, seen on camera, have been seen in videos, and that video is becoming almost viral for the last 3 days, where is the reason to keep quiet and to inquire, to introspect, and expect the opposition party to do an internal inquiry and take the action? You have the authority to take action. Do take action, and also make sure that it doesn't spill over any further.
Absolutely. I want to bring in a couple of voices that are coming in on the phone. Sudarshan is on the phone line from Bathinda. Sudarshan, go ahead.
Can I come?
Yes, Gopal Agarwal, after these two people have spoken, I'll come straight to you. Sudarshan, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, Congress has joined the agitation to derail the farmers' agitation. Actually, what they were doing when they were in opposition, then only they speak. All politicians, whether it is BJP or Congress, when they are in opposition, then they talk about the farmers. Otherwise, they don't talk. They don't listen to the farmers. Both are equally now for the derailing the farmers' agitation. They have joined because these farmers things will be out and they will come up. That's why they have.
Right. Suraj is on the phone line from Pune. Suraj, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Suraj here from Pune. Just one question for Sanjay Jha is that suddenly MP being so peaceful.
Yes.
Yeah, suddenly MP being so peaceful, but we see the videos now, which is all from Congress, none of them from BJP or any other parties. If there are issues which are happening, like might be Kerala, other Karnataka as well, where there were farmer suicides, I couldn't see Mr. Rahul Gandhi or any other leader. Today I saw Mr. Scindia's son going in, but I didn't see him going to Karnataka or any other states. So what would Mr. Sanjay Jha like to speak on this?
Okay, why is MP as a state so interesting right now to the Congress party? That's an interesting question. Captain Jatpal from Rohtak is on the phone line as well. Captain Jatpal, go ahead.
Yes, Suja, good evening.
Good evening.
And good evening to the most distinguished and learned panel, barring two individuals.
No, go ahead. What would you want to say? Give us your statement. What would you want to say?
They have been exploiting the farmers since independence. First was the Congress, and now is the BJP, a party of shopkeepers. Farmer is exploited right at the purchase of seed, fertilizer, and pesticides. When the produce comes to the market, there is nobody to appreciate his efforts. The margin in the exploitation of the farmer is so much that Mukesh Ambani finds it lucrative to join the purchase of fruits and vegetables. The rate of the vegetable and fruits you have 4 in the morning, it becomes 4 times by 6 in the morning.
Right. Right, I understand what you're saying. You believe that the farmers are not given their due in our country. I want to ask this question, Gopal Agarwal. I knew you had something to say. I have another question for you, Gopal Agarwal. The BJP, which happens to be in opposition in the state of Karnataka.
Will we get time? Will we get time? Will farmers' voice will get time to speak now?
Yes, Yogesh, I'll come to you. Gopal Agarwal, the BJP, which happens to be in opposition in the state of Karnataka, has put out a statement asking for a full farm loan waiver, saying any government who doesn't hand out a full farm loan waiver is an anti-farmer government. Why is it that all political parties have different stands on the same matter depending on whether they are in opposition or they happen to be in the government of the land?
No, actually, I want to tell you that through your channel that we have all the sympathy for the farmers. At the center and the state level, we understand that the farmers' position is not very good. They need lot of hand-holding, and it is our accountability and responsibility to take care of those farmers. Therefore, we have committed from the center. Prime Minister himself has committed by 2022, we will double the farmers' income. Second thing is that if the Congress had any sympathy, they had all the time to do whatever they could have done for the farmers for last 60-70 years. They should have done. Now they should not create a
Mr.
confusion
Agarwal,
in the
respond to you when you are done.
Create violence in
Please don't lie to the viewers of Mirror now.
This violence is not, this violence is not acceptable. Government has already stalled a judicial inquiry into it. We will not take the law in our hand. Let the law take its course. We have transferred DM. We have transferred SSP, new SSP, and DM are there. A judicial inquiry is there. FIR has been lodged. And the farmers
these are just a laundry list of lies.
At all levels, their problems
just a laundry list of lies.
And therefore, I tell you that it is our responsibility. We understand that responsibility. We will do everything for farmers. Without the growth of the farmers, this country cannot develop. We understand those things. We understand the farmers' problem.
All right, let me bring in Yogesh Pandey.
Yogesh Pandey, the lectures, Mr. Agarwal.
One second. There are two voices who can answer this question correctly. Yogesh Pandey.
Let us speak now, please. 1 minute. I need just 1 minute.
Yogesh Pandey, I have two questions for you. One is, if the government, the central government, was truly committed to the cause of the farmers, they've turned around now and said it is up to each state to find the money if they are going to hand out these farm loan waivers. They should not expect any help at all from the central government. Point number two, do you believe actually that farm incomes will double by 2022? Yogesh Pandey.
That's a jumla. That is a jumla.
Double. It is reducing day by day. It is diminishing. And I don't think that there will be any farmers left within the next 5 years. Now, this entire debate, what we are seeing, this debate is like, farmers are being made in a pawn in a political chess game. And there was the law being broken in the Madhya Pradesh. Why don't the Madhya Pradesh government took action against them? They want now to provoke this incident and encash this incident, what Congress provoked, and then there were the riots. It was the duty of BJP government to take action. The farmers' issue, it is a core issue. Now it is being sidelined and it is at the back step, and we are debating on certain different issue. And this is the first round of this show. Now second show will be in the parliament. When the parliament will start, same thing. The Congress will jump into well and the house will not function. In all the assemblies, this is going to be there, and for upcoming 3-4 months, there will be no discussion on farmer issue, and the BJP must be now very happy for the Congress, and they must thank Congress for this entire act. Now the issue you ask about the loan waiver and the centre's responsibility. Now what action we should take against Mr. Modi? Mr. Modi had promised that Swaminathan Commission will be accepted and implemented and farmers will get minimum support price. Right. Now the promise has been broken. Now what action? There is nothing. And it is the responsibility of central government, because state government are giving their kitty, their revenue to central government. Now center is totally raising their arms. It's very absurd. I don't think yesterday we were really happy, sweets have been distributed on the streets. Now today slowly the ghost is coming out and the reality is very bitter. I don't think these things are going to be serious. Very categorically I am telling you, I don't think there will be any solution. Now today we have started listening some different tune that only the farmer will be waived off 1 lakh rupees. Someone is saying there are no GRs. Today farmers went to banks to seek the loan. It is a monsoon time. It's raining out here in Pune.
Right. I want to take this question to Deepak Tiwari.
On Sunday, our minister told that from immediately.
Deepak Tiwari, one of our callers asked a very interesting question. Why are all the politicians making a beeline for Madhya Pradesh and not for any other state? We've seen none of them chopper into Maharashtra. or into Tamil Nadu, where the farmers are also in distress, or North Karnataka, they are all landing in Madhya Pradesh one after the other. Why is Madhya Pradesh so interesting to the political parties at this point?
Faye, can you give me a chance,
You see, Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP has been showcasing Madhya Pradesh as their
Because
model
there is
state.
elections.
They have been saying that elections in Madhya Pradesh are in 2018, quite far. So Madhya Pradesh has been showcased as a model state for BJP. And 7 farmers have been shot dead in Madhya Pradesh. So political party, I don't say, like the one Sachin Yadav which you are saying, he's not related to Subhash Yadav, as I said earlier. Congress party members are also farmers. So when they are agitating, and all political parties, they have right to protest. So Madhya Pradesh thing has become important because 7 farmers, they were killed while protesting, and their protest was not that violent as it is being portrayed now. All these trucks and all these buses, they were burnt only after that firing. Patidar community in Madhya Pradesh is very different from the Patidars of Gujarat. And these farmers, Patidar community farmers in Mandsaur, they are very peaceful people. They are real son of soil people, and they believe in hard work, and they are never known for committing violence. But the way they were killed, and when they were protesting, the protests were not of that nature that they should have been killed. So it is only after that police firing that things have started. And I think for any political party, they have all right to participate. They have right to do all these things. So I don't see that there is anything. Yes. If any political party, member of political party, he says, aag laga do. And we must not forget that no police station has been burnt in Madhya Pradesh yet. No police station, but they cannot say that burn police station. They should be
saying burn a police station is still against the rules. And I want to point out, I want to bring in Mr. Chandrashekhar. Mr. Chandrashekhar, here is what has happened. We have over the last 10 days on this channel stayed with the story night after night, but the muddling and the meddling of the political parties have derailed the conversation, as Yogesh Pandey quite rightly pointed out. People are now talking about the 2 political parties instead of talking about the farmers.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think farmers' grievances have now receded into the background. I think political parties should stop politicizing this issue. Maybe all the parties in Madhya Pradesh, whether it's the BJP or the Congress or any other local party, let them all come together and try and address these issues. That's number one. Number two, I think someone said that the government in Madhya Pradesh does not care for farmers, is indifferent to farmers, etc. I think it's an appalling statement because Madhya Pradesh is a state which has been growing. Agriculture in the state has been growing at double digit over the last several years. Therefore, that demonstrates very clearly the focus of the government, state government. And therefore, the farmers, as I said earlier, in Madhya Pradesh are much better off than farmers in states like Karnataka and parts of Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Yet, notwithstanding the statement, I would say farmers feel disillusioned, they feel disappointed because prices have dropped sharply. And this sharp decline in price of soybean, price of chana was not completely unexpected. One second, please. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak. The sharp, please allow me to complete. Yes. The sharp decline in the price of soybean and chickpea, that is chana, was not completely unexpected. I've been writing and commenting on this for the last 6 to 8 months. I also believe the central government does have a certain amount of responsibility in supporting prices. Yes. They have storage control restrictions, export restrictions, etc. I think these restrictions have to be removed. The marketability of the crop needs to be improved. That is not something which the state government can do. It's for the central government to take action. Therefore, there is culpability on the state government and on the central government. But I think the kind of provocation that political parties are indulging in Madhya Pradesh
let me use this opportunity.
Something we should not tolerate.
Let me use this opportunity to put Gopal Agarwal and Sanjay Jha back again eye to eye. I'm going to wrap up with this thing. I'm giving both of you the opportunity here. You are both national spokespeople of your respective parties. Use this platform to say you will work together. You will put aside your differences, and if what Mr. Chandrashekhar has just pointed out to us, there is plenty to be done for the farmers of this country, Madhya Pradesh and otherwise, and we can only achieve it if we put aside our differences and put the farmer first. It's important also to those people watching at home to put the farmer first, because that's where your food comes from. Tell us you will set aside your differences and work together. Sanjay Jha, you first. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Yes. Faye on Mirror Now, a very well-known, respected channel. The Congress party pledges to work with the BJP for farmer welfare. And we would like to ask the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, why did he make a promise to the entire farming community of India that he will give them a minimum support price of cost of production plus 50%? And why did he renege on that promise?
Exactly
and why has the government gone to Supreme Court in Feb 2015 and said that promise is impractical? Now, we will work with them provided they delivered on promises on which they won the election. This is not democracy. It doesn't mean that you can lie before an election and then later on turn a blind eye to it. We can't work with the BJP if they are dubious and duplicitous.
Gopal Agarwal, will you accept help from the Congress party to work for the farmers?
Actually, we consider farmers have issues. They need help. They need support. The lot of things which have to be done, unfinished agenda, Congress did not do over its responsibility for last several years. It is now in our hand.
Will you accept help from the Congress party to work towards the farmers' greater good?
Definitely. We have accepted Congress help in GST. We have accepted Congress help with other issues. If they come forward in our action, we have a roadmap. We would like to implement it. And if the Congress supports us in Parliament, outside Parliament, with regard to any of the issues,
Agarwal ji, आप ये बताइए कि minimum support price cost of production से 50% बढ़ा के आप हमारे किसानों को दे रहे हैं या नहीं?
Gopal Agarwal, will you invite the Congress to the table to have a conversation?
Absolutely.
Gopal Agarwal, will you invite the Congress to the table to have a discussion on farmer issues across the country?
Congress or any party.
Will they do it now?
Will you invite the Congress to the table for a discussion on farmers issues across the country?
Congress is ready.
Mr. Jha just said that you're ready, Mr. Agarwal. Will you invite them?
But the issues are very clear. Swaminathan Committee has...
Will you invite them, sir?
But Swaminathan Committee has already set up the roadmap. What is... we will discuss in Parliament. We can discuss anywhere.
So no.
And the issue is we need action. What is there to discuss? We need their help to put action.
Mr. Modi doesn't even discuss with the BJP.
We will request them not
Narendra Modi ji does not even discuss with the BJP.
All right, I've run out of time, unfortunately. I've run out of time, and I want to apologize to our non-political guests this evening that I haven't given you as much time as I would like to have. But I want to thank G. Chandrashekhar, Deepak Tiwari, Uday Sahay, Vikram Singh, Yogesh Pandey for bringing in all of your views this evening. The point is simply this, viewers, what you're seeing on your screen, political parties coming in and taking advantage of a difficult situation. The difficult situation that we're talking about here are farmers that are in distress. What we should have been doing was investigating each and every case of suicide, each and every case of distress, and finding out what is causing the farmer distress. How can we solve it as a country? Even if we are talking about state governments, how can state governments solve the problems of minimum support price, of cold chaining, of transporting food? Simple things is what we should have been doing. Actually telling people to burn things is the opposite of what you should be doing. You should be sitting with the farmers and finding out what their problems are. You should be going to the APMC markets and finding out what the issues are of the traders. You should be going to the retail markets and finding out what's happening to prices. This is the reason why our country is a mess right now, because our politicians cannot see past their own noses. They cannot see past their own ambition and past their own selfish gains. It's the same across the board, and it's extremely disappointing. The farmer loses out in the process. And when the farmer loses out, and states have to pay thousands of crores of rupees in farm loan waivers, taxpayers lose out. And that's you and me, because our politicians are constantly letting us down. Thanks for watching.